I was able to double my income in the past 30 days to a level that I never even thought was possible because of this one thing. Now, the reason I'm coming on here and telling you guys about it is because I feel like it's a big thing that a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of guys in online business struggle with, that even myself, I was struggling with, and now I want to share it so that you guys can actually help yourselves get across that goal and actually get to the next step. Now, what I'm talking about is your mindset and your subconscious mind, and I'll elaborate what I mean by this in a second. But about since I started online business maybe about 8 months ago or whatnot, I always had the goal. I feel like a lot of people's goals is hitting their first 10K a month profit, right? So that was always my goal. That was always something that I wanted, and my actions honestly haven't changed much from about 3 4 months ago when I wasn't making the money that I wanted to make, to now. Like my actions are actually pretty similar. I didn't put in a bunch more work. I didn't do 2 3 4 5 more hours of work every day. I just literally believed that it was possible, and I took the actions to actually do so to get there. And I'll explain what I mean as well. So 8 months ago, I had this idea that like I feel like I said, a lot of guys had this goal of wanting to make 10K a month, but they don't have like enough certainty behind themselves actually believing they can actually do it. And I just, to be honest, like I fell in this boat. Like I knew this is a goal that I wanted to hit. I just, in the back of my mind, I feel like I didn't have that certainty that I actually believed I can get there and actually hit that goal. Like it seems like an unreal goal when you first think about it, but the more that you think about it and the more that you actually have certainty behind the fact that it is possible, it changes everything. And the reason I feel like this actually switched for myself was because I was able to go on a trip with one of my buddies, another guy in online business, and I was able to just see a lot more in the world about a month ago, give or take. And in this trip being like, I met a lot of guys doing my same age, doing well over that amount of money, seeing a lot more money, seeing a lot more cool cars, and it just makes you really understand that wow, like this is really possible. I just have to believe that I can do it because these kids are no different than I am, and these kids are no better than me. They just really probably believe that they can get there, and they took the action to do so. So I then like I really came home and I understood like what is it that it takes to actually get there and actually have self belief in myself, be able to get to that next step. So I figured out it was mostly in your subconscious mind. And all obviously your mindset plays a big mentality in this. You can only do so much work, but the conviction you have behind yourself and you actually believing you can do it plays even more of a role. Now, your subconscious mind, if you guys aren't aware, it's pretty much your mind, but the subconscious thoughts that you have aside from your conscious mind, if that makes sense. Like you guys are watching this video listening to me, that's your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is listening to this video. Your subconscious mind is picking up a bunch of other things. Could be like your dog barking in the background, whatever it may be. It could be other stuff that you're not even realizing. An example of it is like your music that you listen to has an impact on your mind, your subconscious mind, without you even realizing it. And believe it or not, whether you want to believe it does, whether you want to believe it doesn't, no, whatever it may be, it does. So if you're listening to a bunch of rap about girls, money, whatever it may be, that's gonna have an effect on your mind, whether you want to believe it does or not. It does. Like naturally, that's just how humans work. That's how our mind is processed. That's your subconscious mind picking that up. So your subconscious mind picks that up. Now, I wanted to figure out a way to program my subconscious mind to get to that point where I can believe that I am making this type of money, so that I can start taking the actions to actually 2x my income and hit that first 10K a month. So what I did was like about 30, but over a month ago to 45 days ago, give or take, I wanted to figure it out. So what I did was like literally like started searching it up on how to program your subconscious mind the right way to actually be successful, to find the goals and hit the goals that you want in life. And what I found was writing down like what you actually believe and where you want to be will help you get there. So what I did was I started writing down I make 10K a month. I am the guy who does the actions to make 10K a month. I put in the work to do so. I wrote that down like 10 times every single day until I got there. And you don't just write it down like it's notes like in a classroom or something like that. Like you write it down with so much certainty behind it that you actually believe it. And as you're writing it down, you want to verbally say that you actually are doing these actions. And if you have so much certainty behind yourself that you actually believe this to be true, naturally you're going to take the actions to get there. And you're going to think like the person that you want to be to get there. Because it's very hard to grow in the perspective that we are in now, making whatever it was before me, at least, it was making 2 3 4 grand a month. That was the perspective that I was in. Um, and I was taking action, but I wasn't taking the actions like the guy that I wanted to be, right? So to have the conviction that you want to be, I mean, to have like the idea and the belief in yourself to be the guy that you want to be, you have to take the actions to do so. And I literally just fully believed that I am that guy and that I take the actions to do so. And then from day to day life, like I just naturally started doing the things that I knew myself and the version of myself that would be successful at 10K a month would start to do. And it wasn't much more work. It was literally just taking smaller steps or maybe even higher leverage steps to actually get there. I knew it was what I needed to do. It's just I did what it took and I literally believed it to work. And that's like what has me more than I'm easily gonna break it. My first 10K this month, I'll easily break it, probably even surpass it. But I don't say that to brag, but I just say that to tell you guys, like I feel like a lot of you guys struggle with this problem. And I want you guys to have self belief that if you actually learn to program your subconscious mind and have full belief that you can achieve the goals that you have in mind, it will happen 100% as long as you put the work in to do so. Um, but yeah, that's something that I wanted to share. I feel like it's something that actually like holds a lot of entrepreneurs and online business guys back. They think it's so surreal to hit that type of number, but once you genuinely believe it to be true and you actually take the actions to do so, nothing will hold you back from getting there. But yeah, but I just wanted to come on here. Hopefully this was value for you guys. I didn't want to just, it's kind of like a little yap session, but if you guys have any sort of questions as to like actually what I do to actually make this type of money at such a young age of 18 or whatnot, feel free to DM me. I do high ticket sales, closing, setting, managing, all that type of stuff. So if you have any questions on that, need any sort of help with offers, learning it, anything along the lines of that, shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll leave it in the description. And then other than that, let me know if you guys have any other video ideas in terms of like value, high ticket sales, anything more specifically on how to learn what I do. And then yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.